So good afternoon. We are back again. This time we are going to talk about these two Herberts potentially getting back together. The band is we're getting the band back together, potentially anyway. There has been a lot of talking, arguing, Twitter rows, online rows, offline rows over the last, 14 years or so, 15 years or so. This seems to have gone on forever. And fingers crossed, these two can patch it up, because it would be monumental. It would be sensational. It would be a sellout globally within seconds if this band gets back together. The greatest band I've ever seen in my lifetime, and I'm an old man. I'm 41 this summer. I've actually seen this lot live at Main Road in 96, I think it was, as a young whippersnapper, 14-year-old, coming up 15. But seems many moons ago. But make sure you are subscribed to this channel before we get into the talking points. Excuse me. And make sure you are sticking a like on the video. Share the content around. Leave your comments, thoughts and feelings down below as well. Feel free to donate if you want to donate. If you're feeling generous today on this Thursday afternoon, just hit the thanks option, and much obliged if you do. But, oh dear. Let's go through this article with a fine tooth comb. Oasis reunion. Noel Gallagher tells Liam to stop talking on the effing internet and called him. Liam did not take kindly to the comments. Shock horror. Anyway, Noel Gallagher has called on his brother to stop talking on the effing internet and called him to resolve their 14-year feud. The siblings and ex-bandmates have again sparked Oasis reunion rumours after fans believe Liam 50 has been hinting at a reconciliation. In response to a fan who asked him on Twitter last week if there is a small percentage that Oasis get back together, Liam replied with, "It's happening." However, he has now called Noel 55 and his team cowboys, and said he has a lot of making up to do after a public call out by Noel on French radio. He should get his people to call my people. They know who they are. They know where we are. Noel added that his brother should stop tweeting. Instead, work on making amends. Stop talking on the effing internet and let's see what you got to say. When asked if he thought a phone call could end the 14-year tensions, he said, "You would think so, right? He's got my number. He's got my manager's number. Call us." But you know what? He won't call us. Liam did not take kindly to the comments by his older brother, taking to Twitter to push back. "Here's how I see it," he said. "The little fella, aka Potato, has done a lot of damage to Oasis as a band, brand, and he's got a lot of making up to do. Not just to me, but to you, the fans, the people who have put us where we are today. As you were, LG, we share the same initials, big up." Fans responded to the news, with some begging the star to cash in and get the whole band back together. "Dude, just get back together with your brother. Cash in. Great show for everyone." The pair were embattled since 2009 when the band split backstage at a gig in Paris. I remember the fallout from this as well. Noel has since admitted he was responsible for sparking the feud, confessing it was the beginning of the end. It came when he donated clothes from Liam's clothing brand to a charity shop before the collection had ever launched. "Liam gave us a load of clobber. Not just me, he gave it to the band," he told Matt Morgan podcast in 2021. "I went straight to a charity shop and left it in the shop doorway. He went effing mental. He said, if you didn't effing want it, you should have just effing, you should have just said you didn't effing want it. You see you next Tuesday." This is mad. I can't lie. I'm a massive Oasis fan all through my childhood growing up. Like, it was Blur versus Oasis in the charts and all of that. I have always been Oasis. Like, every single song is a lit song. It is insane. I like the songs that Noel sings. I like the songs that Liam sings. Me personally, Noel is the brains in between the two. Liam's got the bravado. He's got the attitude. He knows how to draw an audience. He knows how to cause a row. And that's why it worked so well. But that is also why it's fallen apart over all these years as well, because they clash. They clash big time. I mean, they didn't do the gig in Paris in 2009 because it all kicked off backstage. They didn't do the gig. And it's kind of sad, really, when you think about it, because they are, in my opinion, the biggest band of all time. Like, people will argue that and say the Beatles and other bands, etc., Rolling Stones, other bands as well, of course. But for me, they're the biggest. They're also the best. Like, every single song is brilliant. Like, there isn't a single song that you can go through on any album and think, well, that was poor. Oh, they're just winging it now. They're getting away. Unbelievably talented, the pair of them. And it's a shame it's ended like this. But listen, there is a glimmer of hope, despite all of the fallout. I mean, the documentary that that Liam did, Nebworth 22, he's basically called him out and said, Noel never let me use any of the Oasis songs on the documentary, etc., etc. I mean, there's been so many spats over the years. It's kind of mad, really, isn't it? Noel's come out previously and said that he reached breaking point, not with the band, but with his brother. He's quoted as saying, I had enough of him. Like, it started to unravel when he started his clothing label, and he demanded that we as Oasis advertise it. I didn't think that was right, in flogging his gear to our fans. And there was a massive row about it, and it slowly went downhill after that. Well, it didn't go slowly downhill, it went rapidly downhill. And the thing is, if they were to get back together and bite their tongues and just get on with it, like, they would, over time, if they were doing a world tour, just think how many people would buy tickets or want to buy tickets. They would not be able to cope with the demand. There would be millions, like hundreds of millions of people that would want to go and see them live. I'm one of them. I would love to see this lot live again. Like, remember seeing them live back when I was a kid? Imagine seeing them again now, all these years later, after all the BS that's happened in the middle. It would be insane. Like, absolutely insane. Like, everybody knows an Oasis song. Even if you're not an Oasis fan, you know the words, you know the song. They were generational. They were literally at the zenith of music. They were at the peak. Yeah. And their songs have lived on for generations and will continue to live on for generations. They're timeless. Like, everywhere you go, you hear an Oasis song. And they wouldn't be able to cope with the demand. They'd have to do extra nights here and extra nights there. But you know what? If they actually sit down and get their team of people to work on this and actually meet up and sort this out and thrash out, look, let's do it for the fans. When there is hundreds of millions of fans around the world that would love to see these go live again and witness that, it would be insane. It would be, wow, I was there when Oasis played live in whatever year it may be, 2025, 2027, whenever. It would be an epic moment in history of music. And like I said, they're timeless. Their music will live on forever. Similar to Michael Jackson, somebody like that, Prince, for example. Their music will always be there. Yeah, because they come around at the right time. They were in the right place at the right time. They had the work ethic, and they reached the souls and the hearts and the dreams of millions of people around the world. And their music was real. They are real. Like, the swagger, like throwing the camera away and smashing the camera up and all of that. Like, and they were just two average lads from Manny. Like, it's great. It's a great story. I'm super, look at my smile, man. I'm super happy that they may even be considering this. Just get back together, man. And the thing is, if they do, and they do a world tour, the more they spend in each other's company, the more they'll patch that feud up. And yeah, listen, it's gone on for 14 years. There's obviously a lot of animosity involved in this, but at the same time, they are brothers. Like, I've got two brothers. I know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like. You don't want to speak to him. He's an idiot. Oh, no, he said this and he's talking about you. And I get it. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, me and my brother haven't got millions of people wanting to watch us, wanting us to get back together as brothers and as a band. This lot are iconic. This lot are generational. This lot are timeless. Do it for the people, man. Do it for the fans. Doesn't matter about the money. You're caked anyway. You can live happily ever after with your millions. Do it for the millions of fans around the world. Just, if they ever stumble across this video, big up to both of them as well. Yeah, I love them to bits. Yeah, I still listen to all their albums. I play them. I play the music on YouTube, etc., etc. I love Oasis with all of my heart. Like they're my babies, even though they're older than me. It's like their music is it's in my heart and my soul. And I feel it, man. I feel it. I'm so gassed that they're even considering it. But we have been here before. So let's not get too gassed, because 1 minute it could be up here, then it could be down here real quick and they don't speak for another 5 years. So fingers crossed that these two get it back together. Tickets go on sale, and all of you Oasis fans around the world manage to somehow get your hands on a ticket and see these live again, man, because that would be a monumental era and monumental thing to happen. Because the day it does happen, the first gig they do, insane. And like I said, I do think if they do a world tour, the more they spend in each other's company, the more they'll start patching it up. The jokes will come back again, you know, and they'll soften to each other a little bit more. But I get there's a lot of hate involved there, but it is what it is. Listen, I'd love to know your thoughts, feelings, and comments down below. Let me know what you think. Should they get back together, or should they just end as it is, like they did many, many moons ago? Or would you like to see them come back? If so, let me know where in the world you're watching from as well, because I'm sure if they do a world tour, they could literally go to every single country on the planet and sell out multiple nights just like that. So listen, they're doing a lot of money out of it. I know that's not the main factor here, but it's a lot deeper than money. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you're watching from around the world as well. Keep your eyes peeled. There's loads more videos coming on this channel. It's not just football or music. There's loads of stuff. Anything trending, anything that's in the news that's a hot topic, bang, I'm on it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to donate, feel free. Hit the thanks option. I do appreciate that. There is memberships available on this channel as well, so make sure you check them out as well. And make sure, leave a thumbs up, share the content around, and I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm going to be doing these every day, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And we're out of here. Come on, come back, Oasis. Come on, live forever. We're doing it. We're out.